When last we left off, there were two parties in two separate games, and now they're coming together. Well, just about. Going to start off with Group 2, who are in the Southgate Inn. When last they left off, they had crash-landed just outside the city, but managed, through magical means, to save everybody and teleport into the city. Faewyn, in the crash, realized that she lost Seraphina. They went to the inn for an hour for a short rest and for her to cast her Find Familiar spell, and Seraphina did not return. Skippy also did a little bit of information gathering and heard about a lovely bard who's gaining some renown in town, who's been staying at the Northgate Inn. So he is interested in going to find him at some point. So we'll start off with Faewyn. And Faewyn, how are you feeling right now?
Desperate and worried very much, because there's a few reasons that Seraphina may not have come back, and I'm really scared that she was caught in the middle of the Gods' War. So I'd like to cast a spell.
Okay, what spell would you like to cast?
Divination for wizards.
Okay.
I just need to think of the question. Give me one moment.
Sure thing. And when you cast it, can you link it into chat so I can remember how that works?
I will link it right now.
Thanks.
I just have to think of a good question.
Yep, no problem.
I can't figure out how to ask, because I can see things being answered two different ways that won't clarify things for me. Does Seraphina need rescuing?
Does Seraphina need rescuing?
Nicely worded, by the way.
Thank you. It doesn't really... There are still complications with it, but...
And the spell allows for a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. You get a response. It's quite powerful and ringing through your mind. It says, Seraphina's confinement is beyond the abilities of any to undo.
Oh, God.
What is it, Faewyn?
It's... Her confinement is beyond anyone's abilities to undo.
Oh, no. That's not good, right?
Some familiars, right?
Yeah.
So, aren't familiars, beholden? Aren't they forced of being a familiar to you? Isn't that a confinement?
Well, I invited, I didn't force. Willing was part of the spell when I cast it, for me. I don't know, I don't know what to do.
Start by just breathing.
Pardon me?
I said start by just breathing. Loss like that is hard to swallow. Just remember to breathe through it.
You would know. Thank you, Skippy. We have a room, right? At the inn?
Yes. Yeah, because you guys have your own individual rooms, and then you also got a conference room.
Faewyn's going to throw herself onto her bed and just weep.
Okay.
Grun will go over and just kind of like sit on the bed and just kind of be there if she wants to talk, and if not, he'll just kind of sit there.
I know I wasn't good at having a familiar, but I tried to keep her safe. I didn't want her caught in the middle of all of this.
You were incredibly wonderful to Seraphina. She could not have asked for any better person to have been her friend and master. Yeah, she made this deal with you willingly, I'm sure, and she was happy to be here with you. Even though it may be beyond our abilities now, it doesn't mean that Seraphina is gone. She's still alive. She's still safe, and one way we can get her back. I don't know how.
I have this horrible thought, Grun. This horrible, absolutely horrible. What if death is the confinement she can't escape from?
Well, if it's death, I mean, there are ways around that. There are spells. There are powers that can bring somebody back from the dead. So we can't say all hope is lost.
I'm gonna keep inviting her to come back.
Of course, you just be there for when we can get to her and when she is free. And I'm sure she will be so happy to be back with you and hopefully with the rest of us too. And all will be well again. But right now it'll be tough. It'll be scary. But know that we're all here for you, whenever you need it.
Thank you.
Lignyck is sitting in his space, actively scribbling in a notebook.
Not to change the subject, guys. I have some unfinished business in the town that maybe doesn't involve you guys, but there's somebody I need to confront, and at some point I'm going to have to go do that. But I didn't want you guys to think that I would run away on you guys again without letting you know.
Skippy, I can't lose anybody else today. Can we go with you?
I don't know if it would be honorable.
Skippy, you're our friend. Don't ask us to murder somebody. Don't ask us to do anything truly heinous, maybe. But Skippy, if it's to protect you and if it's to keep you alive, we're willing to do just about everything. So please,
Oh,
one
I
more time.
know. I know that. It's just by honorable I mean like I might have to face this sort of situation alone rather than having you guys help fight it, if you know what I mean.
Circumstances around the situation that we would be able to help control for you to make the situation better for you.
Yeah, that might be. Um, I just have to confront the person that gave me that I took the crossbow from.
Well, Skippy, that's incredibly honorable to do such a thing, and I'd be more than happy to come with you.
The problem is that this person is not a very nice person, and there's
Skippy, I'm not
certain
going.
codes that must be observed as well, because this has to do with the underworld.
What world? Is this another dimension?
You know, the dark places in the city where good people like you don't go.
No, I don't know.
Well, if I don't take care of this, I'd just be looking over my shoulder for the rest of my life, because I know for a fact that this person will have taken a contract out on me or something. What I took from her was very valuable.
What do you need from us?
Well, I don't want to leave quite yet. I got to find the right time, but I just want your permission and understanding, and I think that's it.
Thank you for not disappearing on us. That would be. Thank you.
Skippy, if you feel you need to go alone, then of course go alone, but just know that we are all willing to follow.
I appreciate that, Grun. Thank you. Now, I think we should come up with a strategy on how we recruit this bard from the other group.
And what are we wanting the bard for again?
Well, to tell our story.
Maybe he has books.
He might have books, yeah.
Bards sometimes do.
But bards also know lots of stories, which, are
Almost
just,
as good as books.
yeah.
Yes, we should find a bard.
Yeah,
Maybe a couple.
Well, this guy sounds like he's really, really nice. Like he was helping out somebody in need, and it sounds like he's really like our type of guy, right? Like,
I do like the sound of that. Helping people is good.
and like we could use a little bit more healing, right? Like,
Did it sound like he had a lot of books?
it sounded to me like he had a lot of stories.
And where did you say he is?
Well, he's somewhere in the city. I think he's staying at the other side of the city. There's another inn. Actually, I think I remember this. The Northgate Inn, I believe, is where they are.
Do we have any good way of getting word back to where we came from? We should let them know about our pilot as well.
I don't think your group has the ability to cast sending. You have the teleportation circle if you can find a teleportation circle to use.
Yep, I can send messages within 120 feet, but that isn't going to do it.
Nope.
Well, yeah, and there's like mail isn't going to get out through that horde, so.
Yeah, she's just checking because it seems like the right thing to do.
All right, well, maybe we should go and find the teleportation circle first.
If they've got one, that would be handy.
Ryan, would I have any knowledge of a teleportation circle? And
you can give me an either a history or an arcana roll.
I'll give you an Arcana roll. And I will fail miserably.
Yeah, you haven't heard of anything like that in town.
When I was here, I lived in the gutters. I didn't walk with mages. I didn't know anything of that. But you know, uh, there's probably magic shops in the city that might know where we find a teleportation circle.
Magic would be good.
Ryan, at this
Yeah.
point, 2 questions. What time of day is it, and how long have we been going at this point in our day?
It's you're just about at the end of the day at this point.
Okay, well, tomorrow we can always get a little bit more information as to where things are in the city, and we can kind of plan where we're going from there. But I think after today's events, we could all use a good night's sleep and a bit of rest to help clear ourselves.
Yeah, and the other thing that I wonder is we owe the pilot a proper burial. I don't know what the procedure is going to be like around a wreckage like that.
Well, first we'd have to successfully make it to the wreckage.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can get to him, I can perform the ceremony for him. But yeah, getting there will be a bit of a challenge. But I've managed to regain some of my abilities, some of my my clerical magics back, and that could help us a little in getting us through.
Ryan, do we have a sense of how far away the crash was?
It's outside the gates of the city, but how far out, you're not sure.
We'll probably have to talk to some of the guards or the wall captains and see if they can tell us where the crash is.
I probably would know gate. Well, they're not going to let us out the gate. Well, it's in the middle of a horde. We can't go. Grun, we can't go. There's a horde.
That is part of the problem. Yep.
Yeah, I apologize.
Don't apologize, Skippy. It's a good thing to want to give him that respect, that honor.
All I can think of is that maybe we should tell his family and friends. I mean, it could wait a day, I guess, but I just wonder if we should do that sooner rather than later. But I'm not really sure which side of the fence I'm leaning on.
I think at this point, Skippy, they'll be happy to get any word on their loved ones. But at this point, I think we do need rest. We need a night to recover, and in the morning we can absolutely search out a teleportation circle, and hopefully by speaking to the mages as well, we can gain a better sense of what's happening in the city, and from there we can decide what we do. And Skippy, maybe it'll help you decide what you want to do once we have a better sense of what's going on currently.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, so you guys are gonna have a sleep. At this point, we will switch to group 1, and
Right. While you're doing that, are we able to get a long rest in?
Sure.
Okay.
And for those of you in group 1, you have had a chance to have a long rest while you've been on the ship.
Nice.
They've sailed back up to the city. Captain, what's his name?
Oh, that guy from Serenity.
Yeah.
Close.
Captain Fillion.
The spelling is similar. Captain Fillion is driving the boat back, and as you approach the city, you can see a plume of smoke rising from where the south gate of the city is. And as you get closer, the captain says, "Well, it's been a jolly good time having you guys around. I'll drop you and your wagon off at the end of the pier. It'll be a bit of a tricky maneuver, but I'm going to try to not stop, if at all possible, or at least for as short a time as possible, just long enough to get you and the wagon off, and then I'm going to head off to sea again before the undead can manage to scramble on board."
Well, I commend you for all your help during this. You certainly earned any pay you got.
Yes, well, money's the least of my concerns at the moment. I can't really do much with it, with the city under siege and the country raised by undead. But this small job helping you out will help out the city, and it's gotten me my freedom to travel once more. I'm going to go and look for the prince who headed north some time ago. I'm sure if he's still sailing, they must be short on food stuff. My cargo hold is brimming full with enough to help them out. We've been gone longer than we expected, so I imagine there's some trouble.
I could see trouble everywhere. But if he's as short as you think, he might be on his way back.
I hope you're right, but I'll be heading north to look for him regardless.
We'll try and disembark quickly then, and I guess try and make sure you get out of here. That's a chancy thing you're going to do, but we'll see what happens.
Well, if I stay in that city much longer, I'm going to lose my mind anyway, so one way or the other, I'm getting out of here. And as the ship gets closer to the city, he slows its pace, and you guys come up to the pier, and he says, "All right, everybody off."
And I just see everyone like, go, 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 go.
Yaereene is fast.
Help him push the wagon.
Yeah, getting the wagon out of here. That's got the stuff we need, so.
Yeah, and the people who brought the wagon get off the ship as well. And it's not stopped for long before you're all on the pier, and it starts moving, even as the last person's jumping off. And Captain Fillion waves farewell, and as the ship starts to leave, you see a lone zombie crawling up the outside of the hull.
Is it within range?
Yes.
I was going to ask.
And with your
Perfect.
with your combined efforts, it falls off the ship quite dead. I'm not going to make you roll anything for it. It's just a single zombie. And the ship heads off into the night.
Okay, with that, Ysmyr will look to the Wagoneers and, did you have somewhere you had to get to right away?
We've just been trying to get to the city. Honestly, we don't know where to bring this from here. Do you know any leaders in the city who may be able to focus our efforts?
Oh, I think I know somebody that'd be very, very charmed to meet you, after all. We're the reason we came out. He's the reason we came out to get you.
Oh, very well. It's rather late now. If we want to rest for the night, and then in the morning, we'd be happy to take the wagon to this person.
The city has been waiting for this cure in Ysmyr.
Yeah, they've been waiting.
Yeah, we can, go to our inn, get the rest, and go right to the Duke after. He's nearby there.
Make sure you bill your rooms to the Duke, too.
Do we have time to rest?
Us or the wagon
The
party?
people who know the making of the solution.
Well, are they rested enough to work through the night without getting exhausted?
They're looking pretty tired, but they say that they can try to push on with the cart. It is, as you say, important, but at the same time, the city's been standing for months with the threat outside, so it's up to you guys. They'll follow your lead.
I'd rather see them well rested before we take them before the Duke, because he'll probably just press gang them after. Ysmyr, Yaereene, what do you say? Tempus?
I know where the inn is.
All right, then let's take them to the inn.
Sure, the Duke will hear we got back anyway. He'll probably show up while we're there.
More than likely.
Ryan, the ingredients are in the wagon, right?
Yes. There's also some alchemy equipment and some finished potions in crates.
Were we ever able to get a good look at that stuff?
Yeah, you could have taken a look. I think somebody even has the recipe.
Would they have been willing to share it so more people had it?
They had extra copies of the recipe, and that was part of their mission, was to give that to the alchemists in the city so that more can be prepared.
Okay. So, if anything, I think Ysmyr would have taken one of those copies, and if possible, taken at least some of the plant or the ingredient, just so that we have it on hand, I guess.
Okay.
Never know.
All
But,
right.
yeah. Otherwise, I think we're just gonna head to the inn.
Okay. Yeah, you guys get to the inn, no problem. You aren't waylaid or anything, and so the wagon team heads in to get some rest. You guys are free to do whatever you want tonight.
I'd like a guard on our wagon and our people,
Okay.
I'll take a watch for sure.
as will I.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So you guys set up a watch rotation and rest for the night. You'll be happy to know that nobody comes and even really looks at the wagon through the course of the night. And the next morning dawns bright and early, and you guys are free to head off to the Duke's Manor.
All right. Well, it's time to regale him with our happy tale, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, let's go.
So as the wagon team comes out and gets ready, and you guys start heading south towards the gate, you see a group approaching you in the early morning. Oops, I didn't need to light there. And in the lead, you would see a cat standing upright. None of you are familiar with Tabaxi. You would also see a couple of gnomes, one of them riding a metal crab, another half-orc, and a half-elf ranger, all coming up to your position at the north gate.
A metal gnome riding a metal crab.
What's that?
A metal gnome riding a metal crab.
Yes, that's true.
Just take a look at them and then turn to the rest of the party and I say, well, finally a group that's as outlandish as we are. I think they may have us on a few points.
You just look at Katiera and the group and Katiera.
I'm style, lady. Don't you forget it.
Excuse me.
Aye?
Are you a bard by chance?
I start brushing off my cloak and do a little preening and I say, I am Katiara. And who might you be?
Oh, I'm Ander. Ander's
And
my name.
Faewyn, do you have any books?
Books? Why have books when you have song and tale?
Sing us
Give a
something.
look.
There was a fair lady, she was a little thing. She thought the world of books and didn't give a look to the rest of the world. It goes on from there.
Okay, good. My ears are
Looks at
bleeding
him.
now.
Lignyck looks at him, looks at Faewyn, looks at him, looks at Faewyn, shakes his head.
Skippy might actually point back and forth between them. That reminds me of somebody.
Well, isn't that a remarkable thing?
So, we just thought we would come by here to offer you a job.
Well, that's lovely. I'm off on a important mission to finish off a job for the city. Yaereene, is it all right if they come along and they chat me up about that and see whether or not, it makes sense for us to join them for a bit?
Yaereene is giving you panicked looks. Me?
I just kind of reach out and take her hand and squeeze it a little bit, and I just give her a wink. You've got it, lass. You've got it.
She'll shrug at you with this horrified look on her face.
I cast a meaningful look at Tempus and kind of nudge him a bit, and I'm sure he would do something to reassure the Yaereene.
Awkward.
I think they're just offering you a job, Katiara.
But
They said you.
Oh, I'm sure your friends are all like very talented and
They've kept
really
me
great
alive.
people. Like I don't want to hurt your feelings. We just really need a bard.
Well, tell me about it as we make our way to the Dukes, please.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just that we have a lot of story behind us that needs to be written and and recorded because we've had one doozy of a tale. Like there was this book and there was
Right. Tell me about it as we make our way to the Duke. The city's been waiting for this news rather anxiously.
oh yeah, I'm assuming that we're walking now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
you guys are walking, but you've got a while before you get there.
Well, all right. So, are you offering me to your group to become my patron?
Well, sort of. Well, I thought maybe like a member of our group, like we've been very successful, and we've made a lot of money, and I mean, we could talk about, like royalties and that sort of thing, as
Oh no. It's royalties aren't really a thing. Yeah, I mean, I make my money either by adventure or by regaling people in the inn, by telling them stories. Much more interesting and interactive than books.
shh,
Grun
don't let
holds
Faewyn hear you say that.
Yeah, Grun holds Faewyn back from her rant. It's like, you know what? Everybody likes their information from different mediums. You just have to accept this. Not everybody appreciates books the way that you do, and that some of us do. Don't worry.
Maybe he doesn't know how to read.
I'm just looking at Faewyn, and there is such a twinkle in my eye because I can recognize I just like to tweak her a little bit, and also I got professional pride. Being a bard, I consider song and epic tales more important than books.
She's unfortunately a little oblivious to lots of social cues. So,
There's consistency in two characters. Gotcha.
well, different ways.
Yes, indeed.
Um,
Well, yeah. Yeah. For a change, maybe I need to shut up a bit and listen to you guys. All right.
Well, Skippy will start telling you the entire tale of Group 2, basically until somebody tells him to shut up
Well, what are some key points you're going to tell?
well, we're going to tell you about how there was this, we went to this, it started off in this desert town, and by the way, anybody else who wants to like chime up, like from group two, go ahead and put your 2 cents in. But it started off with a huge Dracolich, wasn't it? That was it a Dracolich or
It was a skeletal dragon.
skeletal dragon that attacked a tower where we had gotten a book from, or I had stolen a book from, and how we were then tasked with protecting this book and getting it out of the city, and how we made our way across the country through while being pursued by a lich named, I'm coming up with blanks. Glethor? Lucius. How can I forget Lucius?
Luscious Lucius.
Luscious Lucius followed us.
Okay, at one point when you say that, you might hear a, oh, fuck.
And then we made our way to, I forget the name of the city.
Valshni, is that
Valshni, yes.
Yeah, the Druids Grove.
We made our way to Valshni, where we an undead horde that was following us came across the city, and it was like basically everybody was getting out of there, and we figured out that we needed to take the book to a dwarven city in the mountains, which we.
What exactly book are we talking about now?
Oh, it was really cool, but I can't remember. Maybe Faewyn, you can tell this better.
We found lots of great books. This one talked about Glethor and all about the things that you do with liches and all the things you don't do with liches. And it was really great. But I know you're not a big fan of books, but this was a good one.
Well, no. See, when there's forgotten tales that are only contained in books, that's when they become important.
You
And
would
it's
not believe the library that we found. It had so many of those kind of books. They were absolutely fabulous. And she will start listing off all of the titles.
And it totally didn't burn down.
No.
Do you want to see them? I
Grun,
have some of them. And she'll start pulling them out of her bag of holding.
Grun,
Oh,
will,
is one of these the book about liches?
No, not that one. But I've got this one and this one and this one. And she has
Is
now
it
stopped
possible-
in the
is
middle of
it-
the street, blocking
what?
traffic with her books.
Faewyn, you don't want to get the books run over by the horse traffic, do you?
Oh, she will glare at all of the horses in the vicinity.
So let's pick up the books and make sure that they're well protected, because almost as much as a song, they're important and they're valuable. And they're
Oh, she is warming up to him.
they're more easily hurt than a song, because a song can be passed around and other people can sing it. A book, that's a tale, if it's rare, that only those who hold it can share.
Well, she will gather up her books, giving all of the horses very suspicious looks.
That's right. Give them all the side eye. Make them worry.
But anyway, the mountain where that the dwarven fortresses and everything was blew up. So
Dwarfs?
Yeah, just like
What's a
this one.
dwarf?
And yours. You guys have one too.
So Grun is going to attempt to clarify the fact that the book about liches was a tome that was apparently vital to reviving Glathor, Lucius's old master, and we had to destroy it to keep it from his hands. So we successfully have done that, and then we got through the dwarven city out where the Yes, we exploded the entrance to try to scare off some rocks that were.
Sorry, it was
because of the
on
dragon.
destroying him or restoring, you said?
restoring.
Yeah, he was trapped in a thing, and there was a box, and there was water, and then it was guarded to make sure that no evil things could get there. And this book told how to circumvent all that.
Now, the question is, did you at least scribe, copy, or fix in your memories what you would do to take care of a lich, like take it out, kill it, dispel it, make it non-existent, shuffled off this mortal coil?
Well, yeah, I remember the book. I read it.
Lovely.
And everybody just nods, like, yeah, of course. She knows she knows them all. That is correct.
So she has a perfect memory for everything she reads.
And you just held on to this knowledge, right?
No, we destroyed the book.
No, but what you're saying is that Faewyn actually is now a living book?
No,
No, we couldn't read that book. It was in a dead language.
Well, I did.
Okay.
Pardon?
Ryan, I read that book, right?
You sure did.
yeah, that's what I'm getting at here. Did
Faven learned
you?
Dwarven.
You didn't warn anyone about what this Lucius was looking for?
We've been kind of running for our lives, but yeah, don't take these stars, doom stars, day stars. They're guarding the place, and then there's a box with water, and keep the holy water around the lich, and then he's stuck there forever. It's great.
It's foolproof. You can't.
You
can't
guys wrote
beat
the
it.
fucking note.
What?
Oh yeah, we sent a note.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys get it?
A little late.
What do you mean?
What's a little late?
I just look horrified and I'm shutting up.
Time. How late?
We have a long story too.
And at this point, you guys are at the Duke's Manor.
And we need to put all these stories on hold and not say a word of them while we're in this area. Okay?
How come?
Because we don't want to
why?
make our business the Duke's business, do we?
I've never met him. Maybe he's a good guy.
I think we need a duke on our side.
Oh, my poor sweet childs.
I'm not your child. I have fur.
He does. He
Don't worry,
didn't
Skippy,
always. He had
don't worry.
bones before for a while. That was interesting. I like the fur way better.
The art of the metaphor seems to be, or, like analogy seems to be lost to us. You're very literal.
You have to be sometimes with magic, or else strange things happen.
Okay, fair point. I'll take that. Anyways, I take a deep breath and Is it just the doorman, or is my favorite master of espionage waiting for me?
What was his name? Gaston, I believe. Yeah, Major Domo Gaston greets you at the door, and just as he's about to speak, you notice something rather strange. Can I get perception rolls from everybody, please?
Gotcha. Oh, you evil thing, rolling from 19 to 3.
So, Evad and Ysmyr, you're the first to notice as you're walking down the street here and you see Gaston greeting Katiara. You see an unsettling darkness spreading in the south.
I think I can speak today.
Yay!
There you are.
Sorry, Ryan, what do we see?
You see darkness spreading to the south of the city, quite some distance away, but it is spreading in your direction.
Have
So
we
is it
seen
like a
darkness
dark
like
cloud
this before?
or
Anyone else see that?
Okay, now that I've had my attention grabbed, does my perceptive passive pick it up with 18?
You all notice as Ysmyr points to the south, and it's not long before the entire area is covered in darkness, and it's as dark as night throughout the city, despite it being early morning.
Well, I can see, but
Yeah.
how's
I-
everyone's else sight?
I'm going to cast the cantrip light, and hopefully that'll help.
Yeah, and I have dark vision.
I have dark vision as well.
I've got it, but I know there's some people in our party that don't.
I've got dark vision.
Oh, same with ours. We're just trying to establish who's the can without light.
I'll put the light and focus it on my panpipes.
And there was nothing else around with the darkness, nothing indicating what could be causing it.
No, it's just all of a sudden you saw the sky darkening to the south, and it just spread in all directions.
Have we seen any darkness like this before?
No, it's not like the absolute darkness, like a darkness spell. It's just night has fallen first thing in the morning.
Oh, okay. That's
Is it an eclipse of the moon or the sun?
You don't see the sun.
And how quickly did this all happen? Right?
Very quickly.
Okay. Hey, how important is this meeting with the Duke?
Very important, but it should be quick.
You know what? How about you guys go deal with your business, and we'll keep an eye out here.
Ryan, I use the wand of detect magic just to see if there's anything ambient close enough that I can understand.
What's the
How
range on
badly
that?
do we glow?
30 feet, and Faewyn will step away from people briefly.
Yeah, you're not able to detect magic for what's going on with that in particular.
Cool, thank you.
I think we should go to the south wall, get a better idea of what's going on.
Yeah, I'd like a look as well. Ugh.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell Gaston. Tell the Duke the people with the medicine are at the North Gate Inn and working away. All right, we're off to see what the hell's going on.
Very well.
Right there, that's done. Let's go.
Ryan, quick clarification. Did Group 2 have a sleep, or did we arrive this morning?
You've all had a sleep.
Okay, awesome.
So yeah, anyone who can't heal up from their sleep, let me know and I can top you off.
Faewyn cannot.
I can too.
Okay, so you guys both need some. Okay, so
I know. Well, I've also got 6 heals I could throw around too if need be.
I've got some cure
And
wounds
you
as
guys
well.
need a bard for some healing.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
we've been down our cleric for so long.
Faewyn's down 19, so if somebody could heal her.
Katiara
How,
could be like
how bad is it? Do I need to do a beacon of beacon of hope, so anything maxes out for healing?
She's just reached out currently to the people that she knows pretty well, so. And
Yeah,
this would have been yesterday before we went to sleep, so.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. So Grun will use one of one of his healing words.
So
This is 7.
Thank you.
I as I hear mention of this, I start beacon of hope. So just max it.
This would have been last night, Tiara, prior to
Alright.
our long rest.
So you don't hear any of this.
Gotcha.
Any more healing anybody needs?
Thank you. I'm good now. Just if we were going to the south wall, I wanted to know if we were still in the state that we were when you crash landed or not. So
Yeah, I can see that's important. So everybody's good right now. Nothing else is needed.
No, we're set.
Okay.
Okay. So you note that there are people in the streets all staring around in confusion. Everybody's rather unsettled by this sudden nighttime that's fallen over the area. You can see the stars twinkling in the sky, in the night sky, and nobody has any idea what's going on.
Do we tell them to get the hell indoors and keep their doors shut?
Which
That's
direction
an
does
Ysmyr.
the darkness come from?
South.
I think we just keep pushing to the south wall and see if we can get permission to go up the wall to see what's going on.
I'm willing to follow that.
We also wouldn't mind seeing where our ship crashed if that's at all possible too.
Okay. You guys, whoops, accidentally hit a wrong button there. So you guys head down to the south wall. And when you get there, you see
our group,
nobody.
is group 1 and group 2 heading there, or just group 2?
It was group 2 because group 1 we just dropped off the medicine and said, "All right, we're out."
Okay, perfect.
I started following them.
Yeah, I think everybody was heading south, weren't you?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
So as you approach the wall, you see that nobody is manning the wall. Like there's nobody up top, but there are the walls are lined with people inside the city. Yeah, that's and there's people, injured soldiers and stuff on the streets, kind of all in different states of injury. Some people are bandaged up. Others have injuries that can't be so easily healed. Yeah, what would you like to do?
Ysmyr is going to go up to at least some kind of soldier who looks like they're in charge and just ask, "What's going on? Has anyone seen looked over the wall, seen where this came from?"
By the orders of the princess, we do not stand atop the wall at night.
Do you have a problem if we get up there?
What princess?
Princess Mordelane, shield of the people. She's in command of the defense of the wall.
And why aren't you guys allowed on the wall? What happens if you go up there?
People tend to get snatched or shot, killed in various gruesome ways. It's not wise to be seen on top of the wall during nightfall. Their armies are stronger at night.
I look at Ysmyr and I'm like, it sounds like that snatcher we faced in Nordgard.
Sounds like a job for me.
Skippy, take the spyglass. I don't know how well it'll work at night with your dark vision, but take it just in case.
Okay.
But do you have a problem if we go up the wall? I mean, we're not under your command, but we don't want to get in a fight over it either, eh?
It's up to you. Soldiers have orders.
And what happens if this is supposed to get you off the wall?
I'm just following orders, ma'am.
Right. Okay.
Skippy, go quick and quiet.
I will proceed to the wall. I assume there's some stairs or something that
Yep.
go up there. Okay. I'll proceed up the stairs, and then when I get close to the top, I'll start stealthing.
Okay.
I start following you and I go, do you mind if I come with you?
Are you quiet?
Usually.
Okay.
I'll stay here, Skippy.
I'll go up to it. I'll stealth when I get near the top.
Okay. Anybody who's stealthing on top of the wall can give me a roll.
And Grun's gonna go up to about the halfway mark, but once they start stealthing, he'll stay behind.
Lignyck Pond Krabby is doing much the same thing.
I am going up, but I just need to double check something first. Yaereene, not Faewyn.
Evad.
Yes.
It's oh. Oh Jesus.
God damn it, it even got me.
So you guys climb on top of the wall, And you can't see very far, given that it's dark out. Then the undead army isn't using any kind of light sources among them, but you can hear from far off just the unsettling sound of constant moans and groans and the clattering of bones.
Brava. Moans, clattering bones. Beautiful.
Shouting up the stairs. See anything causing this?
No.
My hand gesture, like, keep it down.
To Yaereene, Grun goes, I hate when they go off on their own.
I use my cantrip message to go back to Yaereene and say, we can't see much right now.
Yarene's up there with you
Yareen's
guys.
up right next to you.
Ysmyr's the one talking.
Ysmyr. Yeah.
Ysmyr.
I message Ysmyr and I'm like, we're up on the wall. We need to be quiet. It just feels creepy as hell.
And what was Grun saying?
Sorry, Grun to Ysmyr was just muttering, I hate when they go off on their own.
Oh, tell me about it. Well, I'll just,
Yareen will head back down so she couldn't see anything.
I guess.
Oh, just hold on a second.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
you
you're gonna get a chance.
Who am I missing here? It's much more difficult with both parties together. Missing Ysmyr. That's 10. Okay. I think that's everybody.
Well, then,
Saxon.
Ryan, you shouldn't have shot down our airship now, should you?
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, you do see the airship. I don't remember what I called it now.
SS Minnow.
A good ship lollipop?
So it would be about here. Yes. What are the distances on this map? 5 feet. Okay. Yeah. So it's about out there.
Well, while they're having the worried about them, Ysmyr was gonna be like to Grun. So you guys have gone through a lot of shit too, huh?
Yeah. It's been a really long few, I guess, months. Oh my god, it's only been months. And like Grun gets this like really far off look for a moment, and like you see his shoulders almost like sag, and then he just kind of like shakes himself. He's like, "Yeah, it's been a bit."
Yeah, I could say the same here. And it sounds like we've all been dealing with very similar stuff. There's a reason I said you guys wrote the note.
You guys found a Dawn Star.
And a Doomstar.
What happened with them?
She's gonna size Grun up for a minute.
And he's just looking with like big open eyes.
They're not in the cave anymore.
What? Faewyn is standing right beside you guys.
Oh.
Note to self, look down sometimes.
She is short.
But not deaf.
Ouch.
Hey, our whole party is like Yareen's short, but like still not gnome short.
True, very true.
We got your note too late. Wound up going to the cave because on our end it sounded like there was something that could help keep the undead at bay. To be fair, that's where having a book would have beat spoken word.
Do you still have the stones?
Yes.
Did you put them back when we sent it?
There was nothing to put them back to guard.
Ah.
So yeah, we all need to have a very good talk.
Yes, I really do think we do.
By the way, I'm Ysmyr.
Oh, hi, I'm Grun. Grun Soft Tusk.
Ysmyr Yggdrasil Orduna. Nice to meet you.
Faewyn Shimmerheart here.
Nice to meet you too. We have some Lignyck. Nice to meet you. We kind of skipped over the names with you guys wanting to take our bard and stuff, so you know.
Hire him, not take him.
Skippy's got a really strong idea that we need an epic yarn woven about us, and you know what? It didn't sound like a really terrible idea either. So we were kind of hoping that might pen something for us, but clearly he's got some more important and better things to be doing. We can absolutely find another bard. We wouldn't want to poach your ally.
I'll tell him enough he can write it out. He'll figure it out. I'll tell him to.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And either they're really quiet up there or there's something else going on.
Your conversation gets interrupted when a large creature made of bone appears with long sword-like finger bones.
Not another one.
Yeah.
You guys just hear Ysmyr say that.
You've seen this before?
We killed one.
Do it again.
Evad. Does a 16 hit you, Evad?
No.
And then a 13 won't either. Okay, so that's the surprise round. As this hulking undead creature just appears before you, scrambling up the wall and attacks. And what would you like to do, Evad?
I'm just gonna shoot him. He's one of my favorite enemies. I don't know if that helps anything. But I'm just gonna shoot him with my bow.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we got 2 rangers now, don't we?
Do you have any abilities that stop you from taking disadvantage in melee range?
I'm not sure. I've got fighting style of archery.
I think you'd need, I think it's called point blank shot or something like that.
No, it's crossbow expert, I think.
Well, could I take a 5-foot step back, then shoot him?
Yep.
Okay, so then I'll shoot him.
You're still going to roll at disadvantage.
You haven't moved yet.
I got too many things open trying to figure out where I am. I want to make a 5-foot step back. Try to remember how to fire.
20 hits.
Now he's the only one up there, right? So I can't use my thing on undead to shoot again.
Pardon me?
No, he's up there by himself.
Yeah.
Because I got horde breaker, so I could shoot somebody an enemy within 5 feet of him.
Oh, yeah, there's nobody else there.
I'm guessing I only get 1 attack. Okay.
You're more than 5th level. Don't you get 2 attacks?
Yeah. I was going to say, you would have an extra attack by now.
Okay. I'll attack him again.
And that's a hit. Okay.
Okay.
That's your turn?
Yeah, I'm done for now.
Okay. So I'm going to draw something on here. So what I just drew, that rectangle there, that's stairs heading up the wall. So Grun is halfway up the stairs, but is not on top.
Are there any other stairs along the wall?
Pardon me?
Are there any other stairs other than that one along this wall?
Yes. Yeah, they're further down.
I have a crab that moves obscenely drastic amounts of space, so I'm just clarifying what kind of distances I would be looking at if I was going to use a different stairs.
Okay. So there's another set there, and another set there.
I guess they're not quite as obscene as they were because I no longer have my horseshoes.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit slower. I should put Krabby in there, shouldn't I?
Also, for clarification, how high is this wall?
20 feet. So Faewyn, it's your turn.
Do I have line of sight on?
No.
So I'm going to delay until I do have line of sight on him, and then I'm casting Sunbeam.
Okay.
I'd like to clarify, not through any of my people.
Okay. That's a good clarification.
Yes. Or other innocent bystanders, like just undead.
Okay.
I appreciate the inclusion as an afterthought.
All right, we'll go for party consensus as to what Rhodes will do.
Start climbing the stairs.
Would he throw down Bless?
I think he'd start climbing the stairs.
Yeah, you can bless
He
and
can throw
go
down
up the
Bless and
stairs.
climb the stairs.
Excellent. All I know is that Rhodes is has been very friendly with Tempus lately. So,
But yeah, he'd probably, if he can, start on his way up. But he'd also be if he can't get up there or get a clean shot. Let's say he'll do something like Bless.
He doesn't have Bless.
It's not prepared.
Really?
No.
Guiding. No. What else is there? Hold on.
His turn undead is useless until he gets to the top of the wall or can see the creature, right?
Yeah, you have to be able to see it.
Okay, so
Or they have to be able to see you.
yeah, better point. Okay, so Rhodes is just going up the wall. We can't think of anything else for him?
Well, if there's something he can cast that he can support friends, he will do that.
is there any reason why he wouldn't bless the people that are down here before they go up?
He doesn't have it prepared.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry, I grabbed a heater.
Yeah.
I don't have his sheet up. One moment, I'll look.
If he goes up the stairs, he can get to the spot between Grun and Evad. And so he would be able to see the bone claw from there.
Then I would say he could either spare the dying and spiritual weapon it, or he could cast what does he have?
Does he have like Sacred Flame as a cantrip even?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry, I think I said spare the dying. I meant Sacred Flame. So you could do that and a spiritual weapon.
Okay. So he climbs up the stairs, and the bone claw reacts to him appearing within its reach. Does an 18 hit him? Nope.
It does not.
One away.
Rhodes.
All right. So Rhodes can cast spells now. Okay, so spiritual weapon hits twice. Does it gets 2 attacks?
I thought it only got one, honestly.
Just one.
Oh, okay. So we'll take the first one then.
So it's probably poised to keep bonking the thing, and then he'll do his Sacred Flame because he can see it, I guess.
Okay.
Who's rolling for Rhodes, by the way?
Would you like
we can let you do it.
I mean, you are his fiance after all.
No, she's not.
I'm just pushing the issue.
And it has to make a DC 15 Dex save.
It will.
Then it doesn't get hurt.
Okie doke. Anything else on Rhodes' turn? I think that's everything, eh?
That's everything he can do. The only thing I can't do is mark off, change the character sheet, so I can't mark off the spiritual weapon spell slot.
So Yaereene, this figure climbs up the edge of the wall, and he looks quite handsome. And you are going to have to make a wisdom saving throw. You are charmed by the vampire.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
He says, and you recognize this form as that of a dwarf, because you have seen dwarves before. And he says, "My dear, please come.
Oh no!
Stay with me a while." And he points to his side, where he would like you to stand and not take part in the in this fight.
And that's an effect, right? That's not an actual spell. That's the vampire effect.
Yeah, that's the vampire charm effect. And 4 targets. 1, 2, 3. Katiara.
I'm gonna get some love.
Mm-hmm. In a manner of
hey,
speaking.
now.
I just have to see how this works. It is going to attack you. Does a 17 hit?
I'm going to use cutting words to use a bardic inspiration roll.
Okay.
Well, shit.
That won't reduce it enough, eh?
Not a 1.
Okay. Then you take 24 piercing
Holy
damage
shit.
and are grappled.
And grappled. Oh, well, lovely.
Yep.
Shit, there goes the bard.
And Skippy does a 19 hit.
No. I'll
Liar.
cast shield.
Okay. You shield yourself.
Oh, I gotta rest. I didn't rest before.
Okay. And I believe that's it for its turn. All right, Lignyck, what would you like to do?
From my ring, I am casting Vortex Warp. I am casting it on Faewyn, and I am moving Faewyn to the top of the stairs.
That's the bottom of the stairs. Rhodes is at the top.
Then just in front of the top. This spot is still 10 feet away from Vampire Dude.
Yes.
I am going to blip Faewyn to that spot. Then on Krabby, I am going to do me some grand old moving as quickly as I possibly can.
Hey, I have a question about Vortex Warp. Can you link that, please?
Okay.
Because I need to know if that counts as movement. Oh, you can't see that surface, where
It
you are?
doesn't. It doesn't say I have to. It doesn't say line of sight.
That you can see within range.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So I can't see anything on this side of the top of the stair of the wall.
Yeah, you can't see the top of the wall from the ground. It's 20 feet up.
In that case, I am going. Since that will not work, I'm going to on Krabby. I'm going to dash.
Okay.
Ryan, since that
Yeah.
20 feet, this is what we had talked about way back in our planning stage. Since Faewyn also knows how to cast Vortex Warp, which she'd been able to know she couldn't get up there with Vortex Warp.
Yeah, you would know that you can't get up there
then
without.
she wouldn't have done the planning to cast the spell because that was the plan. So I'm happy to just lose my turn
Oh, okay.
if that's okay with you.
Sure.
And as best I can tell, 80 feet will take me to the bottom of those stairs.
Okay. All right, Skippy,
That's me.
that's you.
So how is Katiara grappled? Like, is he two-handed grappled? Is he just like...
No, just one hand. The claws are wrapped around his body.
What would I have to do a called shot on the wrist of the...
Well, you'd have to break the grapple, I guess.
I mean, like, what if I like tried to just sever the hand, sort of thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure if 5 even allows for hold shots.
Oh, you can hold anything you want. It's just that if it's magic, you lose the slot if you don't use it.
No, he's
Oh,
saying
no.
he wants to try to cut off the thing's hand so it's no longer grappling you.
Oh, okay. I think that's a DM call, whether or not he says, yeah, you can do it, but it's going to add X to the roll, or you need to do a crit to do it, or whatever.
You basically make the shot at disadvantage by the looks of it.
Okay, I'd like to use my DM inspiration.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just looking up called shot, and I'm trying to get back to my character. All right. No, I'll have to do it with I was thinking, like, if I did aim, I'd give myself advantage on it, but that would be with a range weapon, so I don't think I'd be shooting off his hand with a crossbow bolt, not from a hand crossbow. It just physically doesn't make much sense. So I'll use the biggest weapon I have, and I'll use the rapier +2.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
It does.
And I believe he takes the 17 because KTR is adjacent to him.
Yeah. Just
So 25 total.
okay. So he takes the damage and drops Katiara.
Thank you.
I probably would have had to move to there, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to disengage for my bonus action.
Okay.
And no, I'll stay right there. That's good.
Okay. All right, Katiara, you've been freed of the grapple.
All right, good stuff. Okay, oh no, he's had his turn. He's got his reaction back, doesn't he?
Yep.
Lovely. Does he have any metal on his person whatsoever?
No.
Okay. Okay. You see me get up. Do I take the action or do I use my action to disengage? Okay, I'm gonna try and do a vicious mockery.
Okay.
And you great big gaunt bit of slenderness. You don't got a grip at all. You're just a filthy little thing. And he needs to roll wisdom saving throw at 16.
He does not.
He takes 4 psychic damage, and he takes a less a d4 on any rolls after. Disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Bonus act. Do I take the chance and give it to Yaereene to hope that she can break? No, she. Okay, only person that's coming up.
Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
I assume the vampire's companion attacking Katiara. I would consider that harmful. and I can repeat my saving throw?
No, it's if they do anything harmful to the target, so that's you.
Okay, just me. Okay, gotcha.
You just can't understand why they're all fighting.
Okay, cool. This is awesome.
Okay, my bonus inspiration. Don't see Tempus in here yet. How far down is he? Oh, he's too damn far. He won't even get to the top of the stairs by the end of his turn, will he? I mean, looking at it. I'm waffling too much. Just move on.
Okay. Yaereene. Alas.
Pardon me?
All of your friends are fighting. You don't understand what's going on. The vampire seems so nice, and the Bone Claw is obviously his friend. And you're just going to stand there staring just with complete adoration at the vampire.
And unhappy that everybody's fighting. Okay, I'm good. That sounds like a wonderful plan, Ryan.
Ysmyr, your turn.
Oh, she doesn't get a save?
No.
Okay, I can't see anything, and there's a roadblock on the stairs, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty jammed up there.
Oh boy, I mean, I have a quick way up. Screw it. We will Misty Step, because you said the wall's 20 feet high?
Yeah.
So Misty Step is, I believe, 30 feet?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so Misty Stepping up top.
But you can't see the space up top.
Oh, does it have to be where you can see? Never mind.
Yeah.
Missed that. Screw it. Bonus action, polymorphing out some wings.
Ooh.
And then she's just gonna fly and land up top.
Okay. Where are you flying to?
Keeps telling me I'm colliding with a wall.
Oh, okay. Where did you want to go to, if you want to ping the map?
So, like, it's just high enough to get up and over and out of the way.
Yeah. As you fly over, he's going to take a swipe at you. Does a 16 hit?
It does not.
Man, he's just sucking. All right, you safely fly onto the wall.
And I think, so many options. I can attack twice now. I have Pact of the Blade, though. Hold on. Unless that, or a Thirsting Blade. We're up here. I never use it. We're going to Breath Weapon him.
Hot damn.
That's exciting.
What's the range on that and the type?
It is cold. It is, where is it?
I think cold is a cone, right?
Cold cone, 15 feet. So she's aiming to not hit her friends.
Okay.
We're 11th level, so it's 46 with a con DC of 14. And he takes half damage.
He also has cold resistance, so he's going to take half. You're going to have to take a step closer, because 15 feet won't hit him where you are. That'll hit KTR, I think. Yeah, that should work.
And then she just has to aim away from, yeah.
Yeah, like that. Okay. So he gets a con save. 16.
Okay, so he'll still take half damage.
So he takes half damage.
Well, doesn't it equal it? Doesn't it balance each other out?
Why?
Oh, no, right. Sorry. Forget it.
So he takes 3.
And something.
Yeah.
And I think I still technically have movement. Not in range, so we're going to back to here again.
Okay. And he's used his reaction, so he can't get an attack of opportunity. That's it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it. Got to use my cool stuff.
Yeah, I guess Group 2 now knows that you're a half dragon.
Yeah.
All right.
If there wasn't a roadblock.
Yeah. What's Tempus going to do?
Well, how far can he make it through the stairs? Because it's congested as hell.
He moves 40 feet, so he doesn't have enough movement to get through everybody, I don't think. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35. Oh, yeah, he could get here if you move 40.
Okay, knowing Tempus, he would move there because he's going to engage. and I would say he'd reckless attack the bone claw. I mean, does that not sound like a Tempest thing?
I mean,
I think
there's
it
a
would-
vampire.
It
There's a
would depend if
vampire
he
holding his
noticed.
girlfriend's hand.
Yeah, it would depend if he noticed Yaereene staring adoringly at the vampire or not, I think.
What's his passive perception?
Has the vampire put his arm around Yaereene? Because it sounded like he was being a little
Yeah, he's
presumptuous.
being handsy with her for sure.
In that case, yeah, he would go ham on the vamp.
Yareene's going to be so upset.
But then she gets a
We-
reroll, so yay.
We have to give the evil DM what he wants.
You don't have to do anything.
Well,
Okay.
it honestly plays into what Tempest would do, in my opinion. Hey, is that Tempest?
It is. Oh my god.
Okay,
he
then
showed
take
up.
your own turn.
Perfect timing.
Tempest, just to catch you up real quick. You guys are on the south wall of the Empire of the Sun. The party was ambushed as they were stealthing up top to take a look at what was going on because an ever-present knight has fallen over the city, and a bone claw ran up the wall and started attacking the party. And then a vampire showed up and charmed Yaereene, and she is now gazing adoringly at the vampire beside her. And you just ran up the stairs through the crowd of everybody and are standing where you are. What would you like to do?
Okay, repeat that. I'm very clearly seeing Yaereene like gazing lovingly at some dude.
So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Dude, yep.
Hands all over her. Hands all over her.
He's got his arm wrapped around her shoulder, yeah.
And I'm just looking at this map in Forge. It looks like I'm fairly well surrounded by a fair number of people. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm not going to take out the Doomstar just yet.
The-
Well, Tempest is going
Oh
to.
God.
Oh, you're fine. Tempest is just going to nod sagely and say, "Yep, I guess that's just it. You can't win them all, and I know when the better man has won." And just kidding. Reckless attacks to the face, raging.
Did I call it?
yes, you did.
It's you.
That's pretty much what we
BRB.
figured to do.
22 and a 16.
22 and a 16 both hit.
Okay, then that will be 14 slashing damage from my blood spear my blood halberd, and 8 damage from my blood halberd. I am also in a rage now.
Yep. As a legendary action.
Oh, excuse me. Before I forget, Tempest is closing his eyes.
You close your eyes, and the vampire draws Yaereene in, and she willingly offers her neck as he bites.
Oh, no, that's not good, you guys.
Yeah.
Except for it's the best thing ever.
Oh.
Oh man.
You take 9 points of damage, Yaereene, and enjoy the sensation.
Hang on. What did he roll on his attack?
Your maximum hit points are reduced by 4.
Permanently or temporarily? Should I keep track?
Lasts until the target finishes long rest. It's temporary until you take a long rest.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
So he gets 4 health back. Not a great roll.
I would say it's a fantastic roll, depending on which side of the fight you're on.
Yeah. All right. So, Grun, what would you like to do?
All right. So from where I am, do I have any line of sight?
You're halfway up the wall. I'm gonna say no, because you're not 10 feet tall. So, charge through.
Charge on through. I actually, you know what? Yeah, I charge right on through to here. No,
Okay.
sorry. To now, do I have to be here or here to be able to get the bone claw?
To get what?
To be able to get the bone claw where I am now, is that within reach?
Yeah, you can get him there.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Then from here, I am actually going to cast Guiding Bolt on it.
Is that a ranged attack? Ranged spell attack?
Ah, shoot. Yes, it is. No. Yes, it is. So I am going to use instead healing word on Kitiera because you took a big blow, and then I'll cast Sacred, and then I'll just attack it. But healing word. All right, so you're gonna heal 7.
Thank you, sir.
Does a 14 hit?
Nope.
All right, then I whiff it, and that's my turn.
All right. Back to the top of the order with Evad.
I want to cast Hunter's Mark on this guy.
On which one?
The Bone Monkey.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot him with an arrow. I guess I can't cause my arrows to be flaming because that's an extra action.
Could that be a free interaction?
Is that a spell? Yeah, flame arrows is an action. So you could
cast flame arrows and get one shot.
I don't think you get a shot. You just touch your quiver containing arrows or bolts, and then every turn after that, you get an extra d6 fire damage on attacks that you make with ammunition taken from the quiver.
Okay, I'm just going to shoot him.
It's a hit.
Oh, it didn't add the d6.
Shoot. Yeah, you can just roll an extra d6.
Oops, it rolled 2.
I'll just take the first one, whatever it was. 2.
Okay, and I'll shoot him again.
Okay. 17 hits. Okay, 14, 17. Okay, anything else?
That's all I can do.
Okay.
Actually, can I move to clear the stairs? That way other people can get up the stairs easier.
You can't get there. That would take 35 movement. So you could go here or there. Yeah, so that works. All right, Faewyn, your turn.
Faewyn is going to. So has she seen, did she see Rhodes get clawed at when he went up the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't want to climb those stairs.
That's fair.
She'd like to dimension door there.
Okay.
I can't figure out how to make that happen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think that's all she does.
Okay. The vampire is going to take another legendary action and unarmed strike Tempus.
That's at advantage because I attacked recklessly.
I don't need to roll again.
No, you do not. Nasty crits.
So it's 11 bludgeoning damage, but you take half because you're raging, so it's only 5.
And Yaereene will be pleading with them to stop fighting with each other.
Menage a trois.
It's him or me.
All right, what's Rhodes going to do?
He can finally see it, right?
Yeah, he can see it from where he is.
Would he try and do a turn undead or an undead specific action? Ysmyr?
I didn't catch that.
Well, I'm just thinking if he can finally see 2 undead up there, would he try and do a turn undead just to see if he could damage them? Especially since it looks like the bone claw is bloodied.
Question, is the bone claw standing right on the edge of the wall?
Yeah.
Well, then, I mean, not for nothing, wouldn't Rhodes maybe use his action to dash, his bonus action to attack the bone claw, and then try to shove its ass off the wall with a push attack?
I mean, he does have Charger.
Exactly.
I was just thinking about trying to get some damage on both, maybe, and hopefully do the bone claw.
I'm just looking at stuff.
Yeah, he'd have to move at least 10 feet in a straight line, so honestly, the walls might not be big enough to accommodate that. I don't know.
If he moves to I think it's the right where that gap is, would he, kind of between Tempus and Kitiera, would he be able to Burning Hands these two?
Yeah.
And he still has a spiritual weapon, so that's also going to go bonk.
Yeah, good point. Forgot that.
Yeah, that's solid. Low-level spell. Let's do it.
Well, he's already cast it. It just can make the attack action still.
Sorry, I meant the Burning Hands.
The Burning Hands, yeah.
That's a good call in this situation.
So he's going to do a spell attack on spiritual weapon.
That's a miss.
Okay, my stuff is slow, so I can't see it until it's too late. Okay, so that doesn't work, so he is going to move to Burning Hands.
Okay. Dex saves. Okay, so the bone claw takes 6 fire.
Yes.
And the vampire also takes 6 fire. Anything else?
I don't think he can move without getting hit, so I think that's it.
Okay. Okay. Vampire is going to. That's in 4 turns. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here for now. And the vampire regains 20 hit points at the start of its turn. I think that is going to be its turn. The Bone Claw, however, is seeing that it's in a bit of trouble. Tempus, Rhodes, Katiara, and Grun. Can you give me DC 14 Constitution saves, please?
No, I cannot.
I'm with.
Oh, come on, guys. Poor showing.
Wow. This is just not our day on all of our rolls.
Yeah, my rolls are shit.
It's not been just you, it's been everybody.
Okay, so it's a save or take damage. So Grun, Kachara, and Tempest, you take 35 necrotic damage, I believe it was. Yep.
I'm bloodied.
I'll
And
take 17 because of my rage.
fortunately, nobody was being grappled by him at the time. Otherwise, he would be far away from your friends now. And it's going to take its movement. All right, Lignyck, what would you like to do?
On Cabby, I am going to move up the stairs, but it is saying that there's a wall in my way.
Oh, sorry. Oh, oops. Column there. I need to move you. Okay, so that's 5 feet.
Okay, where did the bone claw go?
It did a bunch of damage to you and then teleported away.
Okay, I was wondering because I saw it vanish, and okay, good. Now I know.
I am, as my bonus action, casting Branding Smite, and then I am attempting to shoot me a vampire.
Okay.
So good on that one.
Yeah, that's not good. Nothing terrible happens. You just miss badly.
I'm allowed my second attack. Second attack.
Okay. I don't see it. There it is. 14 misses.
That is it for Lignyck.
Okay. Tempest. There's a legendary action coming your way.
Still at advantage.
Yep. 28 hits, I imagine.
Narrowly.
You take 17 damage. 11 of that is necrotic. So
It all gets cut in half.
Right. So you take 5 necrotic, and your maximum hit points drops by 5, and he is fully healed.
I've noted my HP drop.
Okay. Skippy, your turn.
I think he's BRB.
Oh yeah, he's been gone for.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, sorry, I just forgot to put him back. I am going to aim and fire at the yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think I rolled a 28. It didn't come up on the.
I
Yeah,
see it in Discord.
Yeah.
It went in Discord, but not in Forge. That's
I
weird.
rolled a 28. So I'll hit with that'll hit, right?
Yeah, 28 hits.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Gonna roll some damage.
I did, but I'm trying to figure out why I didn't roll sneak attack. So I guess I'll just do it. It's 5d6. So 7 plus another 19.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on your turn?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. It's gonna take another legendary attack on Tempest. 28 hits for another 5 bludgeoning damage.
Noted.
Okay.
All right, it's up to me.
Yep.
It's been a while, so I don't remember. Do you allow us to drink healing potions and take an action? Do you allow that to be a free action?
No, it's not a free action. It's an action to drink a potion.
Okay. I am drawing my and I'm gonna shoot the vampire in the face, hopefully.
Okay.
23 should nail it.
Yeah, that hits.
And that is damage on that is 1d6 plus 4. And anybody using undead effect saving throws has advantage. It's got disadvantage.
Sorry, I don't understand what you just said.
All right. And so I got to roll another d8 because it's undead for the corpse slayer. Let me do that first.
Oh, it has disadvantage on saving throws against effects that turn undead until the start of your next turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so it would have been a total of 7 damage.
Okay.
And Jesus. I'm going to try and move. Okay, so I'm figuring that was 30 because it's 5 square, right?
5, 10, 20. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
You would have to go through his threat space, so he'll get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, shit. No, I wouldn't. I was going against the outside of the wall.
Yeah, those are stairs down.
Okay, in that case, yeah, forget it. I'm not going to take an opportunity attack with in the state I am.
Okay.
That's it. I'm done.
Yaereene will be rather oblivious to most of the combat and still gaze adoringly at her new friend.
Yeah.
And wish everyone would just calm down a little bit.
All right, Ysmyr.
There's a lot of people focused on the vampire. Can Ysmyr take this time to look out and just see, like, is there a source of the nighttime or anything like that? Like, trying to figure out what the heck, while we're up here, what the heck's going on?
Can I also just mention, Yaereene should have gotten a saving throw in the vampire bitter?
No, she's a willing participant to that.
Yeah, she was happy about it.
The charm ability.
It still says each time the vampire or their companions do anything harmful to the target.
So technically, she might be willing, but as soon as he hurts her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she can take another save then. Wisdom save DC 17. No, she likes it.
She does.
Sorry to interrupt those.
Yep, no problem. That was a good catch.
Don't shame kink.
Ysmyr, you do not see any source of the nighttime from where you are. You can still see the bone claw. You can see it's near some kind of metal contraption that's in a twisted wreckage and still smoldering a bit, probably.
You know, he's close enough.
Yep.
Let's do it. Just 2 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
3.
it.
3 beams now.
Oh, gee. Level 11 Warlock is scary. Not that scary, I guess. Only 1 hit.
Still had 3 chances to do it, though.
Yep.
Sorry, my thing is slow, so I'm waiting for it to catch up.
No problem. Oof. 13 damage is a nice one.
Yeah. It's not adding my agonizing blast to it, so that's actually, or is? Oh yes, it is. Okay, never mind. We're good. So that is action. I think bonus action at this point. She's just gonna turn back for the time being. So she's just polymorphing back to how she normally looks.
Okay. And that's it.
That'll be it this time.
All right, Tempus.
Well, after getting smacked a little bit and seeing Yaereene still under the sway of this creature, devoting my action and bonus action to attacking recklessly. Here comes 3 attacks.
Okay.
That looks nice.
Yeah. 19 damage from that one.
Sorry, did I get both of my attack rolls?
I only see 1.
The other one just showed up for me. The Pullmaster bonus attack.
Okay, that would be my bonus action. I missed on my second attack action. Sorry.
Yeah. The bonus action hit as well. Or the bonus attack. Oof. Okay. 24, 34, 43 damage. Tempus is mad and hits like a truck.
I'm feeling my feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, you're expressing them. Anything else on your turn?
No, I think that's it.
All right, Grun.
Yep. I am going to back up so that I'm out and of disadvantage, and I'm going to guiding bolt the vampire.
Okay. 16 will hit.
All right, so it's 9 radiant damage, and then the next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, because none of my cantrips are. Darn it. Actually, then yes, then I'm actually going to move. So I move 10, move in closer.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Evad.
Okay, can I still see that bone thing?
Probably not. It's outside of your range of vision.
Yeah, Ysmyr just has devil's sight, so she can see that far.
But would he still not know where he is with the hunter's mark?
He would know his location. I forget exactly the wording on Hunter's Mark. I think it allows you to track them. Until the end of your spell, you do. Yeah, you get advantage on any wisdom, perception, or survival checks to find it. Yeah, that's really the only bonus you get on top of the extra damage.
Okay, I'm gonna drop that spell.
You can transfer it.
Only if the target is
Only if it dies. Yeah.
Now, how do I end up turning that spell off?
It doesn't say. I think if you cast it again on something else, then it turns off. I think
Okay.
usually you can just stop a spell that has concentration. Like you just stop concentrating on it.
Okay, can I stop concentrating it and cast it on the vampire?
Sure.
Okay, and then I'm going to shoot the vampire. So I get advantage on that?
Why would you get advantage?
From Grun.
Oh, yeah. The next attack gets advantage. That's right.
Wrong button.
Fortunately, that is a miss.
Yeah, it was the wrong button.
Oh, you did an attack at disadvantage instead of advantage. Well, we'll still take the higher of the two as 5 instead of 2. So that adds an extra 3. So you would have rolled an 18. That's what I like to see. Rhodes is 1 or 2. KTR is 3 or 4. Skippy is 5 or 6. KTR. Okay. Evad, make another attack roll against KTR's armor, please. Oh, terrible.
Misses.
And nothing awful happens. Okay, so the arrow just goes flying uncomfortably close to KTR, but doesn't hit him, and doesn't hit anybody else.
Okay, my next attack.
Okay, not at advantage anymore.
These dice suck. So who do I hit this time?
Well, that's a good question. D20. Oops, you hit an unintended random target. Randomize all combatants within 10 feet for a short range attack or 30 feet for a long range attack. I'd say that's probably short. And roll a second attack roll. If you beat their armor class, roll damage as if they were your intended target. Okay. So again, those same 3 people, same KTR again. Okay. Evad,
No.
take your shot. KTR, does a 20 hit?
Oh yeah.
All right, roll some damage, Evad.
I think Evad is a self-hating elf.
No, he's treating me like he would in public.
KTR, you take 12 piercing damage, as after the shot that narrowly missed you, this one was a solid hit. And you've got the feeling that Evad really has it out for you.
Well, he's already criticized my singing.
Oh, it made my ears
He
bleed.
had to go this far.
Jesse,
Sure.
Hey, Ryan?
we forgot something.
Which one? Where?
Do you want a con saving throw out of me?
Yes, please.
Oh,
For-
wow.
Also, oh, sorry.
No, I know I've completely forgotten a lot of con saving throws, haven't I? Okay,
I think just two rounds worth.
Okay, here they come.
It's only a 15. Should be easy. Okay, so we have to figure out the damage that you did on your second turn. And
Oh, but that was the good damage. Okay, hold on. I'll go back in the thing and find out for you.
oh yeah, it was really good damage too. It's like 43.
24 plus 28. Yeah, that's 52 damage that he gets back as Tempus falls over, spurting blood from his side instead of hitting the vampire.
Oh no.
Yeah, good old organ damage.
And Tempus grumbles up, "I have a donation. Get off my girl." Yeah. Sorry, guys.
What did you do to him, Yaereene?
I've always loved how you've been so supportive, Dave.
Well, you know it. Do you need a flock of sheep or goats to make you happy?
Yeah, the vampire is no longer bloodied.
No, Yaereene is.
Yeah,
Well,
Kater's
what
about
was
to
that
fall
even
over.
before you?
In the back.
Excellent.
I will figure it out by my next turn, but I can't figure out how to zoom in on my laptop at the moment.
Okay.
He's not bloodied. Is he injured still?
Yeah, he's injured.
But just regular injured, not looking particularly injured.
Right.
Yeah, just yellow injured.
Is there a way to shoot a 5-foot wide beam between Yaereene and Tempus, or no?
No.
Okay, then I'm just going to cast a level 5 magic missile at him.
Okie doke. Don't think there's anything he has that'll stop that from happening. Gah. 5th level is how many bolts?
7.
So 35 damage.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew,
Yeah.
pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
All right. Now he's bloodied.
Excellent.
Anything else on your turn?
No, she's good.
All right. What would Rhodes like to do?
What did people think? Just a sacred flame or something, and a hit from the.
I was going to
magical weapon?
rather than Sacred Flame, I mean, the vampire's probably still got good con, but it might be a little bit less than his dex. Why don't you do Word of Radiance instead?
What's that one?
Sorry, did you hear that?
I did. What is that one?
Anybody there?
There. Yeah. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
She's talking to you, Tempus.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a suggestion and do Word of Radiance,
That's nice.
and Spiritual
so
also gets a hit.
So it needs to save versus a con save, or it takes that damage.
Yes. So 15 radiant.
Yep. And spiritual weapon misses.
Okay.
Okay, so it's his turn. The vampire turns to Yaereene and says, "Really, this pathetic writhing worm is your choice of lover? Please follow me." And
I've been terrified of that.
And he turns into mist and moves 20 feet.
So, is the charm enough to make her stupid? Because it said I would interpret things as favorably as possible. So I think she would just try and start climbing down the outside of the wall and not just throw herself off the wall.
Yeah. You can start climbing down the wall on your turn. That's fine.
Excellent. Good.
May I use my reaction to make a disadvantaged attack of opportunity to try and still her set her movement to 0?
Yeah.
Ryan, I have
Yeah.
Elven accuracy. If you want to look it up, because maybe something can change.
Okay, well, we'll deal with that another time. Just remember you have it. 25 is going to hit. So Yaereene takes 3 damage.
He'll take more than that.
Oh.
It didn't record all of the fancy stuff I do. Sorry about that. Hold on. Oh, that's nice. I rolled low, so only 9 damage.
Done.
And her speed is set to 0.
Yeah, with my sentinel feat here, I'll post a chat.
All right, Yaereene, you try to get away to follow this charming vampire, but someone attacks you in the back and drops you, and you can't move. And you see the mist moving slowly away.
How sad.
I thought you'd be heartbroken.
Totally.
Just so it's clear, Tempus totally smacked you in the butt with his halberd. It was like a "hey, stay here" kind of attack.
Ysmyr, you would see the bone claw rummaging around inside the ship with its long arms and fingers, and it pulls something out and then makes a break for it, and it just disappears from view and is gone.
Okay, she's going to note that because she can't chase it, but she's got some questions.
Yeah, that's fair. Lignyck.
Misty Vampire is still attackable.
Yes. I mean, you would think so.
I'm going to attempt to shoot him with my bow that acts as a +1 bow because of the infusion on it.
That's a miss.
I'm going to use inspiration on the next attack.
Oh,
For Pete's sake.
that's a miss.
Okay.
Anything else?
Oh no.
All right, Skippy.
All right. So are magic items hitting him? Like
Nobody's. You haven't seen anybody hit him
as a miss?
as a misty thing, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Lignyck fired off a couple shots, but you didn't see any difference.
all right. I will give myself a shot, and I will aim.
Okay.
Give myself advantage.
I think that might just give you regular because your weapon is 30 feet. Oops, that's not the right thing. And he's 35 feet. See, yeah. So you'd be attacking normally.
That's okay. I will take a 5-foot step forward. Oh, I can't. Never mind.
Not if you're aiming, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll just do normal. No, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step and shoot normal.
Okay.
Is a 23 hit?
You bet.
11 damage.
Nice. Anything else on your turn? I think no, because that uses your bonus action to aim, and you can't move,
No,
right?
I took a 5-foot step forward.
Oh.
So I just shot normal. That's why I didn't put my sneak attack on it because
Gotcha.
I didn't aim. So, what else? Just one sec.
Sure.
No, that's it.
Okay. All right, Keitiara, is there anything you'd like to do?
There are many things I'd like to do. Let's start off with casting Beacon of Hope.
Okay.
Let me
Does that
figure
help
out
you don't
what
get hit by-
level. Casting it at 3rd level. Spell bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range, which is 30 feet, which I think is the entire party, including the deluded Yaereene. For the duration, each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws and regains max hit points on any healing.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I still have my bonus that I can bestow inspiration. Okay. Not on Yaereene because I'm not sure she's going to use it wisely. Actually, I'm going to show faith in my newfound companions. I'm going to drop it on Grun.
Okay.
And that's a D10. Dan. D10.
All right. Anything else? All right, Yaereene. It's a new turn for you.
Well, she just had her movement. She hasn't had a turn, has she, since her movement was dropped to 0? Does that happen?
Yeah. So when you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn. So does that mean until your turn again, Tempus? I think so.
I would think so, but
Yeah.
you could interpret that as saying, like, interpret that as being around as opposed to the turn, in which case she'd be free to move again. But I think that'd be a pretty strict interpretation and would nerf the ability quite a bit.
Yeah. I'd say that your movement speed is still 0.
So she will wail, "I'm coming! Just a second!"
Well, at least she didn't say my love.
No, she doesn't know if she loves him yet. Like, he's clearly wonderful, but, maybe not love. We'll see.
Infatuation, at least.
Yes, definitely that.
Stud muffin, but not sex god.
All right, Ysmyr, anything you'd like to do?
The vampire's still running.
Yeah, it's a misty form that's floating off into the distance. Yeah.
Okay. And we'll take some warning shots at it too.
Okay.
If they come through.
That's 2 hits. 19 damage.
Okay, and as long as nothing else is coming to attack, I don't think there's much else she can do save keep an eye out.
Okay. Actually, these are 2 turns up, so it's 60 feet. 10, 20, 30, 50, 60. So you might actually see these now, Yaereene. Or Ysmyr, I'm not sure. Yeah. So you see some swarms of bats approaching.
Something else is coming. Either we get down, or we're just going to keep fighting things.
Let's get down.
If
Oh yeah,
any-
Ysmyr, if you wanted to use some movement to start getting down, you can.
yeah, she'll head for the stairs. Krabby had come up just so that we're not all crowding down one set.
Okay, sounds good. Tempus, what would you like to do on your turn?
Stand up, throw Yaereene over my shoulders, and start heading for the floor, or off the wall.
Okay. Yaereene, are you, you still recognize Tempus as a friend?
But I will resist. I won't try and injure him in the resisting, but I do want to go the other way.
Okay. So Tempus, you have to make a grapple check.
Strictly speaking, because I got that reaction attack, I believe I'm still raging, so...
Don't forget, I also dropped a bardic inspiration on you a while back, so that's a D10.
I think that might have been when I wasn't here, but thank you for the heads up. If we'll see what Yaereene rolls back with.
And what do I have to roll?
Either athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, we are definitely doing acrobatics. I'm Wrigley. I'm not doing it for strength.
Well, Tempus successfully throws you over his shoulder and heads down from the wall.
All the while, she is trying to convince him he's going the wrong way.
And yeah, that's it for me.
I'm going to use my bonus action to use Healing Word, Kutiara. So that's going to heal you 8 since it's cast.
It's maxed out. Don't forget, I did Beacon of Hope.
That's what I mean. It's 8 because it's maxed out.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So you're going to get 8, and then I'm going to I'm going to use my movement to get to the 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. They're bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right, Evad.
How far is a vampire mist away from me?
45 feet.
Okay, I'm going to shoot him with my longbow.
Hey, Tiaras, heaves a sigh of relief. He's absolutely no way in the line of fire.
That's a hit. Oh yeah, I forgot about your con save again there, Tempest. Good thing you passed it. So the vampire takes 15 damage.
I'm going to hit him again.
Come on.
That's a hit.
Nice.
22 damage. Definitely drops him to 0.
Yahoo!
You still see a cloud of mist there.
Yeah, if we box it up and keep it so he can't get back to his coffin, he's going to die in the sunlight. Anybody got a jar to put him in?
I don't think
I'm not going out there to get him.
If we could.
Out of game. Radiant damage. Radiant damage.
Radiant damage won't do anything.
What?
Does anybody have a light spell they can cast at him?
Have they changed how vampires work in 5e?
Yeah, it has to be specifically in sunlight.
Boo.
I don't think I can do anything else to him.
Okay. Is anybody going to go and try to capture the misty vampire?
I would like my turn.
Okay. Then we will. Evad, are you going to try to get off the wall?
I'm just going to stay there until it's safe.
Okay.
So is your turn done then, Evad?
Yes.
Okay, so Ryan, can I see the mist from where I am?
Yes.
Okay. Any other undead in the vicinity or just the mist?
Just the mist.
Okay. I shoot a sunbeam at it. It is sunlight. It must make I'll link it. Whoops, that cast it, but anyway, I'll also link it. It has to make a con saving throw at disadvantage.
And that very last sentence.
So this light is sunlight.
It sure is.
Oh boy. All right. So Constitution save at disadvantage.
Yes, and it takes damage from the sunlight either way. So it will take 9 sunlight damage.
Okay. Which doesn't really affect it because it's already at 0.
But it's concentration.
But doesn't the sunlight damage cause it problems?
Vampire weakness. Sunlight hypersensitivity. It takes 20 damage when it starts its turn in sunlight. While in sunlight, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Misty escape. When it drops to 0 hit points outside its resting place, the vampire transforms into a cloud of mist. Provided Okay, so it's already a cloud of mist, provided so it went before it was in sunlight. While it is at 0 hit points in the mist form, it can't revert to its vampire form. It must reach its resting place within 2 hours or be destroyed. Once in its resting place, it reverts to its vampire form, isn't paralyzed until it gets up. So the sunlight doesn't do anything to it. Like if when it dropped to 0 hit points, it was in sunlight, it wouldn't be able to transform into the mist.
Gotcha.
But it's already in the mist. So
Gotcha.
he can.
And we haven't fought vampires before, correct?
No.
Cool. Well, I've got 9 more rounds of throwing around sunlight.
Yeah, that was a nice try, though.
And when it
I
starts
didn't know
to turn,
exactly how it worked.
when it starts to turn, didn't you say it takes 20 damage?
Yeah, but it's at 0 hit points, so that's only if it's still in its vampire form. It takes 20 radiant damage.
Oh, so it won't go negative 20 hit points?
No.
Not a thing in 5e anymore, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Is
All right.
that ship down at the bottom? Is that ours that crashed?
Yeah.
Where's the nearest gate?
Pardon me?
How far are we from the nearest gate?
I'd say it's probably not too far past the western set of stairs there. Probably like 100 feet.
We're out of combat now?
Yeah, we can say, like, if everybody gets off the wall and stuff, the bats don't have anybody to command them, so they'll just make their way away. Like, they're not going to chase you down or anything.
I'm going to get off, Lignyck is going to get off of Krabby. I'm going to use Vortex Warp to blip him over to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, 60. Over to the wreckage.
Okay.
To find those horseshoes.
Is there any kind of restriction on range that you can command him or anything, like a familiar, or can you command him to search for something?
Who are you talking to?
Me.
I was talking to Lignyck.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
If you want to go out and find something, Yaereene would be happy to help.
Mac,
Oh boy.
with love, that loving smack. This whole dynamic's weird. Thanks a lot, Ryan.
You are quiet. I did not catch that.
No, nothing important.
Yeah, it says that you can. It says the action can be one in its stat block or some other action. So I think you can send it to search.
He only has a 4 intelligence. So,
So he might not be good at it, but he would still probably try.
I would give you a chance that Krabby will search for something and bring something back. Whether or not it's the horseshoes will depend on the roll for its search skill.
So you're saying he searches like Baby Groot?
Yeah.
before I send him, I'm going to touch him and give him guidance.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to roll for him.
Give me a perception check, which he's surprisingly good at.
He has a passive perception. Oh, there it is.
Okay. Krabby rummages around in the ship and comes scurrying back. I assume he's going to go back through the gate. I don't think he can climb walls, eh?
I'm going to get him to come back to where I can see what he's bringing back.
Okay. He's got some twisted pieces of metal, but they're not the horseshoes.
There's no bats or anything else looking like it's going to
Pardon me?
impede. It doesn't look like these bats or anything else are going to impede what he's doing.
Nope.
I'm going to take some time and I'm going to send him out and bring him back and send him out and bring him back.
Okay, eventually he does come back with the horseshoes.
When he comes back with the horseshoes, I'll use the vortex warp to put him back up top, or to the other side at the bottom of the wall, and I will head down that way.
Okay.
And we'll reattach his horseshoes. Everybody had to find those. Oh shoot! It wasn't just horseshoes. I'm going to be taking more time because there's also a saddle.
Okay. Yeah, the saddle's still in there, so he finds that too. While Lignyck is fishing for stuff out of the crashed ship, is there anything that you guys want to discuss?
Ysmyr is first going to find those those guards she was talking to earlier and just be like, so I know what's snatching you. It's called a bone claw. They don't like light and they're very nasty.
Yeah, we know that.
Okay, well, as long as you know what they're called and stuff.
We didn't know what it was called, but we've experienced it snatching people off the wall.
Is that
Yaereene
unnatural
is-
darkness dissipated yet since we've dropped the vampire?
No, the darkness is still present.
Yaereene is going to be trying to convince Tempus that if he just lets her go to talk to the other gentleman, she's sure we can patch things up and that everybody doesn't need to fight.
Or you can stay here and neck with me, and we don't need to fight anyway.
Oh, but it would be so much better if everyone was friends. How about you just let me go? You could even come with me.
Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. By the way, I got nothing. Tempest was stalling for time, and he's desperately looking for somebody to come help him out here.
Yeah, he will be having to physically restrain her. She won't be fighting him, but she will be trying to, slip out of his grasp and move away and maybe not let him hold onto her arm and kind of wriggly.
I mean, he's not holding onto your arm because he never put you back down on the ground. So,
Okay, well, she's trying to get down and just, this is ridiculous. You don't need to be holding on to me. I can stand up on my own 2 feet.
but I like holding on to you, and no, you don't need to stand on your own 2 feet.
Now, with the vampire technically at 0 hit points, would that charm spell still be ineffective?
Which spell, sorry?
With that charm spell that he cast on her, would it still be effective?
Yeah, it didn't say anything about not being effective when he's in mist form. But it might be a concentration type of ability. Let me check here.
Because he is at 0 hit points, so he's technically knocked out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just says, nope. Otherwise, the effect lasts 24 hours or until the vampire is destroyed, and he hasn't been destroyed. So she's going to be pining after the vampire for the next 24 hours because he's not harming her.
Does anybody have anything they can do to help Yaereene out in this circumstance?
I have a question for you, great and glorious DM.
Uh-huh.
Not really.
Would knocking her unconscious cancel that effect?
Nope.
Nobody is striking Yaereene.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
This is a thing that Michael knows, but I'm wondering, the people who have read the books on the undead, would they be allowed a skill test for information?
Yes.
Would Faewyn need a skill check because she read the book?
No, Faewyn would just remember. What's the information that you're looking for?
Otherwise, the effect lasts 24 hours until the vampire is destroyed, is on a different plane of existence than the target, which is a spell that Faewyn could cast.
Oh, Ysmyr could cast that too.
Oh, yeah, banish you.
Hey,
She's
it's
been
worked
banished
very
before,
well
briefly.
before.
Wouldn't Dimensional Door do effectively the same thing too?
I don't know.
Doesn't it have to be consensual?
It just says not on the same plane. Dimension Door does have to have consent. Banishment certainly does not.
Mention door. You teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range.
I think that's on the same plane.
Yeah, because I've been looking at that to get away, but I want to cause damage, so it's just same plane.
Does anybody have a bag of holding?
It says it has to be one willing creature, so I doubt Yaereene would be willing.
No, I think it would have to be the banishment, probably. And we do
Yeah.
have a bag of holding, Evad, but
Put the
people
mist-
don't do so
You
well in
have-
those.
You have to worry about the weight limit too with the holding back.
With a mist?
Things I miss. It's not going to have any weight, and I'll keep him away. And then when the sun comes out, we just open it up and get him to come out.
It's like 45 feet off the edge of the wall. Above
It's
a
much
hoarding.
more-
It's gone into the undead army now.
So really the one you have to get to a different plane is Yaereene.
Okay,
That's what I was thinking
are
you were
people
saying.
discussing this out loud?
Oh yeah, Faewyn will totally be blabbing about all of this.
Okay,
And Rhodes is throwing greater restoration into the ring. We need to read that. I don't know enough about what it does.
oh yeah, that will do charmed. So Rhodes can just walk. You need diamond dust worth at least 100 gold, but then yeah.
Grun pulls that out and hands it to Rhodes.
Technically, isn't the inside of a bag of holding a different plane?
Live creatures don't do well in bags of holding.
They have 10 minutes. They have 10 minutes of air. You put her in, she's on a different plane, and you pull her right back out.
Good luck selling Tempus on that.
Yeah, Tempest giving you a look.
I'm assuming with all this, and Shen, if you can pipe in or just say so. Rhodes will probably just walk up while everyone's arguing and do greater restoration.
That is, sorry, I'm still in this document, but that is accurate. While people are arguing, if Rhodes is given the material, he's just going to go do it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if he says that he needs it, Grun will pull it out because he used to use it, can't anymore. So somebody might as well.
Now, Tempus, you can be the one putting her in and pulling her back out. So,
And spell is cast.
Yeah, that's no longer a thing, Evad.
just trying to be helpful.
You're going in the bag
Right.
head first.
So
All right,
did that
Yaereene,
work, Ryan?
you are no longer charmed.
She looks around and she is the most mortified she has ever been in her
Oh my
life.
God, that is saying something.
It really is. She cannot look anybody in the eye and just sort of whimpers and flees blindly.
I never said I put you down.
Okay, well, her struggles are a lot more vehement now.
Oh. Is there any hope at like calming her and comforting her in this emotionally vulnerable moment?
You guys don't like my suggestions, so I'm not going to say anything.
Depends how good your grapple check is.
Oh, all right then.
24 is pretty good acrobatics check, Yaereene.
Yeah, I told you she really meant it here now.
Don't forget, you've got the bardic inspiration.
Oh, nicely done.
But I don't know if it counts because I automatically throw athletics with 2 die because of my aspect of the bear, but I don't know if this counts in this particular situation. Hold on.
Well, a grapple is an athletics check, isn't it?
It is, but it's very specific. I'm looking for the
Oh.
text.
You know, this might have made the whole playing 2 different characters in the same game a lot easier, Ryan.
Yeah.
I could kind of plant growth that it would slow her down. If she tries to run away, I could. Because every 4 feet of movement only moves 1 foot.
Yeah, so my advantage is made to push, pull, lift, or break objects. In this case, I'm not trying to break Yaereene, and I'm not raging, so I think that the first roll of 13 stands and she gets away from me.
Okay. Yaereene bolts.
Yeah, and she just kind of bolts into the street.
Tempus is going to follow at a respectful distance.
Oh boy.
Grun is gonna look at the rest of the party and be like, is there something that we should know about you guys? Do you have some kind of relationship with the undead that we don't know about?
Other than been fighting them for ages?
Well, she seemed pretty excited about hanging out with that dude.
Yeah, it seemed a little odd.
That was definitely not her being in her right mind.
Have you never seen a vampire charm its victim?
No, I've only ever heard of vampires. Never actually encountered any. So, if you say that's the case, I believe you. It seemed very strange, and I had to ask.
No, not shaming. Just sharing knowledge that I know through song and epic tales. And I look at Faewyn.
It was in the book. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I just didn't think of that right off the bat.
Well, isn't it nice that they both agree?
While you guys are discussing this, Kaetiara, Ysmyr, and Rhodes, you recognize Fennel coming towards you.
Oh, shit.
And he gives you a small bow and says, Duke Weston would like a word if you don't mind. He thanks you very much for the delivery and he'd like to pay you properly. And if you're willing, he's got some more jobs that need to be done around town.
It's never a moment of rest, is it? Friends, I think we best get off these walls because I think we know why the guards have been told to stay off themselves.
You guys already got down from the wall a while ago.
Oh, sorry. Let's reconvene, and hopefully Tempus will have corralled Yaereene by then.
And Fennel takes a look at the others who are with you, who he doesn't recognize, and says, "Of course, your new friends are welcome to come too if they want."
Well, that's good because they are.
All right, my job here is done. I'll see you around. And he heads off.
Not if I see you first. KTR still has a bit of a grudge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so KTR starts sludging down there, and is anybody going to say anything, or people following, or what?
Yeah, you guys have some time to talk on the way if you'd like.
What's the deal with this Duke?
There's a lot of baggage there, but basically, we're in a situation now where he gave us a job to go out, find some people that actually have a cure for zombie rot and bring them back. And that's what we were doing, letting him know that they were at the North Gate Inn when all this shit went down. And now it appears he wants me back, and the rest of the baggage we can talk about later.
Well, he wants us back to apparently pay us for the first job and might have more.
It sounded like he definitely had some more. I don't know if that means now we all keep working together and we cut you in for a share, or if you guys feel like you just want to hire me for a week or so to transcribe your tales and immortalize you. These are questions that we can resolve.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, before we do anything, I guess you guys have to sort your stuff out with the Duke.
And you're apparently welcome to come, or you can go do your own thing. And again, I think our groups have a lot to talk about, so we can meet up again later. Either way, at this point.
Yaereene, do you think I'd let you out of my sight or out of my service?
That was Ysmyr, Yaereene.
Ysmyr.
Out of your service.
Well, with you being what you are,
I don't think you understood what I just said. I meant that our new friends here don't have to follow us to our job if they don't want to.
All right, that was presumptive. I apologize.
Seems to me, from the little bits that you've said, the little bits that we've said, that the job that we're doing is probably related to the job you're doing. Because there's lots of similarities in what you were saying and what Grun was saying.
All right, say that again
That's
at
true.
half speed. You understood?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a very slow, very long breath. And he closes his eyes.
It seems to me that what we're doing and what you're doing might be the same thing. Things that you, and he points to Ysmyr, were saying to Grun, and him to you. I think we're in the same fight.
Thank you.
I'm agreeing with that.
Now, is this something that if they don't want to come to the Duke's place, we meet back at the North Gate Inn and discuss after we talk to the Duke?
That is what I was offering, but Lignyck here, I just said that since it sounds like we're basically fighting the same fight, let's all go together. How's that sound for everyone?
That seems reasonable to me.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
All right. So everybody's heading to the Duke's Manor?
Oh, and before my healing beacon of healing finishes, I swap my super duper superior healing.
Okay.
Yeah. 8d4 plus 8. So I get 33 more hit points.
Okay.
To be clear, did Yaereene let herself get wrangled in? Are we with the group or are we separate?
I thought you guys were, but let's clear that up.
Yeah, I just placed all of these tokens earlier. So I just moved Tempus and Yaereene off to the side.
I don't know, Yaereene,
But,
would you let me talk you down off the ledge, or is she still running?
Oh, when you catch her, she'll let you talk her down. You're the one she feels safest with, so.
Okay, so then we would rejoin the party after a few minutes and take advantage of that sweet healing.
Yeah, so you guys get to the Duke's Manor, and the door opens as you arrive, and Gaston meets you and says, "Welcome back. The Duke will see you when you are ready. Just head straight down this hall, through the garden, and across the hall, just a straight line, and you can't miss him."
Thank you, Gaston.
So as you walk through the hallway of the manor, you do see some armed guards. They're all holding torches as night persists throughout the city.
Oh yeah, I recast my light cantrip and put it on my panpipes again. For those that don't have dark vision.
And that gives you 40 dim, 20 bright, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Oh, your token still has light from the last time you cast it, so you should.
Oh.
You should.
I'm just waiting for everybody to catch up.
Thank you.
Because I don't plan on entering the garden without my friends. Dave doesn't seem to be coming Evad.
I cannot figure out how to move.
Oh, that's weird.
I was moving the wrong one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that leads us into this hallway?
And inside you see the Duke sitting upon a comfortable chair, a couple of guards in the room with him holding torches. And he stands from his seat and gives you a broad smile. Says,
The sun's nowhere in sight?
No.
I like to imagine Tempus sweeping through the manor, like just shoving aside doors in like an Aragorn kind of fashion, just big two-handed sweeping them aside.
Nice. He says, "Thank you very much for your noble work bringing us the cure for the zombie rot. They brought an entire wagon full of supplies. It should allow us to brew a great many potions, and there will be no more fear amongst the populace of turning into zombies if we are attacked. It should instill some courage in them that they won't die if they survive the fight and rise up to attack their friends and family."
Well, it's more than me. It's all the rest of my companions that did this. So I'll acknowledge that you meant the group, of course.
Of course. As such, I would like to offer you a place to stay. My manor is filled with a great many comforts, and I have more than enough room for all of you.
You have noticed that there's been a few more accumulate in the group, have you?
I see that. It is of no consequence. I have beds enough for all of you, I'm sure.
Is that then an offer for us to become part of your, shall we say, retinue? You'll become the group's patron?
I would very much enjoy that. Yes. You seem like a capable lot. I see that your numbers have grown. Fennel told me about a battle on the wall. Would you care to enlighten me as to what has been going on at the south wall?
I'll say the bit that I am aware of, and then the rest of the group can add to it, of course, because obviously I'm not all knowing or all seeing. We came up to the wall, and then we started looking out, trying to discern what it was that caused the darkness on the tomb. And then there was a fearsome beast that we had met while we were in the wilds. And then a vampire came up. We managed to beat them off. We killed the vampire. Well, at least turned him to mist. And the other creature ran fleeing. The princess was very, very wise to tell people to stay the hell off the walls while there's darkness.
Yes, she is an able commander. There's no doubt of that.
And that is all I can say, because all I did in that battle was take fearsome blows and lay a little few pinpricks. The rest of the group were the ones that managed to save the day.
Well, I appreciate all of your efforts, and if there's anything I can do to repay you, I'm happy to do so, as I do not like to be in another's debt.
Do you have any books about magic? Hi, I'm Faewyn.
Duke, I
The Duke takes Faewyn's hand and gives it a gentle kiss and says, "It is a pleasure to meet you, Faewyn. And it's funny that you should mention that because, yes, I do have quite the collection of books. Nowhere near that of the king, of course. And therein lies a problem. You
A
see,
I take it this is the hook where you tell us why you would love to give us another job.
well, there are a series of jobs. All of them need to be done with discretion, and some of them may work well together. You see, as quick as I am to heap praise upon the princess in her capabilities as commander, I am, well, uncertain of the mind of my king, and it grieves me to say so, for I have much love for him. But in these troubled times, when I have spoken with him, his mind appears distracted, where he needs to be focused to lead us to victory. So, I would appreciate it if some of your more charming members spoke with the king on my behalf. Let him know of our success with the antidote to the zombie rot, and see if you can figure out what's going on with him. I know you have not met him and do not know him, but I believe his malady will be obvious even to a newcomer.
If I could presume, my lord, perhaps the malady is related to the prince's absence.
Perhaps that's all it is, and if that's all it is, then so be it. The prince has been gone a long time, and many are worried about his well-being. However, if it's more, I will need to know. If some dark magic is afoot, corrupting the mind of the king, then we may all be in grave danger. While some of you interview the king, I will need some of you to partake of a mission of the utmost importance that I could lose my head over speaking it. The king is a lover of knowledge. This is known by many, and he has a collection of tomes. And what's more is he has taken tomes from the Great Library recently, and I'm not familiar with the tomes he took, but with his mind addled as it is, I'm concerned that he is taking knowledge on behalf of some darker power. And if that is the case, we must get those books back and learn what we can from them. That said, there is also still knowledge in the Great Library, and we need as much as we can get on the undead threat. So I would have others who are studious, and he looks at Faewyn and smiles, have a love of books, to go to the library and delve deep, learn what you can, so that we may be better armed against this threat. It is my hope that between these 3 tasks, we may learn more about the enemy and what we are up against. I do not presume to unseat my king. I do not want to take his place. What I want is what is best for the realm. What I will say is that of those you send to speak with him, make sure you send someone of good heart who can stand in the light of his throne, for it has been known to scorch those who are not pure.
I won't go then.
This sends KTR into a frenzy of self-examination.
I have a few more questions when you have a moment.
Yes, of course.
Do you have a teleportation circle? Have there been any incidents with time magic here lately? And are there any other spots that I should know about to do magical research?
To answer your first question, I am privy to knowledge of a teleportation circle. It is beneath the king's manor.
Do you think I'd be able to go down there and learn the signal for it?
let me say that he will not permit you to go down there. And I know nothing of time magic. This is the first time I've ever heard it mentioned. And as for learning magic, I do have a quiet study in my home that you are free to use.
Thank you.
And if that is all the questions that you have, I will leave it up to you to decide how best to split yourselves between these tasks. And I will continue to do reading on my own as well to see if I can discover any new information about these threats.
Thank you, me Duke. Does anybody else have anything else to say? Presuming on his invite, or do we nip off and have a wee drink and a conflab before we head to bed tonight?
Oh, definitely need a drink. But I don't think any of it, at least on my end, will consider the offers before we go too far.
That's part of the conflab, isn't it?
I suppose so.
I don't think the Duke would begrudge us a night's rest as a minimum payment for bringing all the zombie rot healing, and not consider that as an owed aspect for what he's proposing.
I would like to take this opportunity to remind you that you promised me access to the King's Library in exchange for us bringing back the cure for zombie rot. You have your zombie rot, and what I have is another job to get me into the library, taking incredible risks with my friends and allies in order to do so. Do humans have the concept of a welcher or dishonorable cur in their lexicon?
Oh
My
my
friend,
God.
I am giving you access to the King's Library the only way that I can.
Then perhaps you should think on the limits of your power and the dangers of making promises to orcs. And that's all for Tempus. He's going to walk on out of there, Aragon pushing doors as he goes.
Okay.
And those of you in group 2 just see Ysmyr facepalm.
I reach towards Tempest and just kind of shake my head and let my hand fall.
Faewyn completely understands why he's so unhappy about not getting immediate access to a library.
All right. Well, anyway, drink anyone?
Dear God, let there be dwarven brandy.
I could
All
use
right.
a drink or two or three.
So you guys set off to go do some day drinking, sharing tales of your adventures, putting together bits and pieces of the puzzle that you've each figured out. Are you withholding any information from each other in these discussions?
I'll leave that up to my queen.
No, she's not a queen. Nope.
Actually, when it's established these conversations are going on, Lignyck is leaving, and he is going to scout out the travel between where we are and where he sent Krabby, because he is going to try to retrieve a captain's body also now.
And I'm just going to mention Ysmyr will bring up that it looked like the Bone Claw was looking for something on your ship. Once we know it's your ship.
Yeah, we'll share that.
Maybe it came for the captain, another body to add to the ranks, perhaps, or maybe there's something else on that ship that we were unaware of. We just recently obtained it, and so maybe there was some power source or some kind on there that they're interested in for some reason.
Is the fuel still on the ship?
There would have been a full tank of fuel, but it may have exploded with the crash landing.
But it would not have been taken by the Bone Claw.
No.
It wasn't something like body size that Ysmyr saw.
And I'm not sure what else might have been on there.
So, Lignyck, you send Krabby out to go and root around, see what he can find, and he never.
I'm going out riding Krabby.
Oh, okay. It's an unsettling feeling being out there with the undead army not far off. I need to look up something here.
It's daylight and Krabby's up to speed, so I wouldn't say I'm feeling cocky, but I'm feeling safer in journeying out there with him.
It's not daylight. It's still night.
Oh, you said day drinking, so I thought that meant it was daytime.
No, sorry. That was my mistake. You're drinking during the hours that would normally be daytime, but it's still night.
That changes that. I'm going to rescind that whole plan. Thank you very much. Because going there when it's no.
That's fair. So are you joining the rest drinking then and telling tales?
If they clean up with the weather and the sky, the captain of that ship, we should retrieve him and see if he's put to rest properly.
We could barely hold our own on the walls. How do you think we're going to fare if we go into the depths where they have sway?
I don't care about what we talk about with the tales of our trip, as long as we leave out the rock fight.
All right. Well, perhaps between sessions, you guys can discuss what you are sharing and what you're not sharing with each other, and figure out who's going to go do which tasks. There's and I'll write this in the chat so everyone's on the same page as well. But there's the task to speak with the king, which his mind appears to be addled, so you're going to want to take that into consideration. There is searching for the king's hidden books, and sneaking around his manor to find those. And there is another group that will be going to the library to research and see if you can learn more about the threats that you face.
Oh my goodness, are we about to sort of shake up the configurations of Group 1 and Group 2?
Yep.
I was just asking, are we now just one group playing twice a month or one group playing once a month?
I'm not going to try to book all 9 players again for January. What we'll do is we'll split it up. What I'll probably do is the king group and the stealth group at the same time, since you're going to the same place. And then I'll do a separate session with the research group.
I'll go in for the research group. I don't want to go near the king.
Okay, you guys can figure that out amongst yourselves before next session, and I will schedule appropriately.
Okay, so basically from now on, it's going to be all of us in a mix, and we break into 2 groups per month.
Ryan, I sent you a question in chat as well.
Oh, okay. What kind of check would that be?
I'm not sure. Like, if it's a memory one, that's one thing. If it's deducing things,
I would say an insight maybe is the only skill I can think of to like try to figure out their motives. That's basically insight.
Well, that makes it moot.
She does not relate well to undead. Got it.
They clearly want to try to understand flying magic and machines so that they can fly into the city or something like that.
Fair enough.
Are others allowed to make insight checks on that too?
Sure. Actually,
as an FYI for everybody, this was trying to figure out what they wanted from the ship.
Yeah, and Lignyck, if you send Krabby out there to investigate, you will find that he never comes back with a body. So they were obviously taking the captain out of there.
That's so sad.
And that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
When we were recruiting him, I did say that we were going into perilous and would probably wind up dead.
Yep, and he did.